Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And before we jump into this topic today, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who liked, commented, and subscribed from my last video that I made about Fallout 76 and the controversy around why that game is still relevant to this day. So to everybody that's joining me now and joining this channel and this community, I just want to thank you guys for even sticking around and hitting that subscribe button. Like it really does mean a lot to me. Without further ado, let's jump into this topic today. As we all know, there's a new game out right now that hasn't even been out. I don't even think it's been out for about a month yet. Not even 3 weeks maybe, but it's called Palworld. And Palworld is a game set in an open world environment that plays like, you know, kind of familiar to other open world games that we've seen before. But it basically combines some major games into one. And those games are, from my understanding of what I've seen in the gameplay and from what streamers have been doing and the YouTube content that I've seen, this game is a combination of, well, Pokemon. It's a combination of Legend of Zelda, The Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom, Fortnite, and Minecraft, and maybe like a little bit of Ark. It feels kind of like Ark in a sense. But my point is, I want to talk about the controversy surrounding this game today. Now, I've done my fair amount of research on the game since it's been out because I just kept seeing it all over the place. And I was like, okay, there's no way we've gotten to the point where I'm watching Charmander with an AK-47 light some shit up, okay? Let's be real. That is crazy. So without further ado, I had to just jump into the topic a little bit and just like, what the hell is everybody talking about? Because I've been kind of tuned out lately. I got a PS5 for Christmas. Just to let you guys know, I am a PC gamer. Used to be a console gamer. My PS4 took a massive shit on me, and I ended up switching over to PC. Shout out to my friend Jib. Jib, if you're watching this, you gave me my first gaming PC, literally for free. I love you for that, and I'll always love you for that. But my point is, I got a PS5, so I haven't been keeping up with PC stuff lately and just other things of that nature. I've been so focused on Spider-Man 2. I'm replaying BioShock. I'm going to make a video on BioShock. I've been replaying BioShock, I'm playing Control, and I am playing Cyberpunk 2077, my second playthrough on the PS5 because my PC is ass and it cannot do ray tracing, but luckily the PS5 can do ray tracing. But that's not the point. The point is I need to jump back into something that has to do with the PC world, if you will. But yeah, so this game is basically just Pokemon with guns and survival. And it's crazy because there's so much controversy surrounding the game due to, you know, if you know anything about Nintendo in the past, Nintendo has this really high tendency of anything that looks slightly remotely like anything that they've ever came out with, they will literally just go to hell on you, basically going to Satan himself and saying, you know, we're going to sue the fuck out of you because you are literally copying what we've created. And we can get into that whole conversation about emulation, games that are inspired by Nintendo titles and things of that nature. And honestly, I just want to say real fast before I even jump into anything else about this game, Palworld, which does look pretty cool. Nintendo, you need to get your head out of your ass. This is coming from a gamer himself. I was not the biggest Nintendo head back in the day. I did own DS's and I did play Pokemon a lot. I did play a lot of Legend of the Zelda titles and I did have a GameCube, okay? But my point is, you know, and I understand, I kind of get it with Nintendo because, yes, like, no shit, these Pokemon, or PALs, if you will, they look just like some of the Pokemon designs. The environment in Palworld literally looks like almost a copy-paste of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Even the font and even some of the sound design, like down to the T, almost feels just like these big IPs that Nintendo has offered over the years. Now, I do want to get into something about Pokemon and some shit that they need to improve on. Okay, Game Freak and Nintendo. But let me just kind of stay on track here because I can just get lost and go here and there and there and there. But, you know, Nintendo is basically looking to take legal action on Palworld. Now, I've looked at Palworld and the gameplay, and it looks pretty fun. Can't even lie. This shit looks intriguing. Why wouldn't you want to see Piplup with a Desert Eagle spinning on the block? Like, hello? That's hard as fuck. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That is so ill. I want my Dragonite in the air with a fucking minigun. Like, I'm trying to do drive-bys on people's bases on some Grand Theft Auto type shit. I'm not even trying to be funny right now. Like, that just sounds hard as fuck. But, you know, Obviously, you have Pokemon. It's already been a staple of an IP for years. I mean, a lot of us grew up on that. Come on, you guys remember playing Fire Red and Sapphire and Emerald and Leaf Green and all these fantastic Pokemon games coming up, and each one just got better and better and better and better and better. Like, we all remember having the Pokewalker. I think it was called the Pokewalker, but you could have your Pokemon like basically like in a Tamagotchi and, you know, walk your Pokemon and take it with you even when your DS was off. It was so ill. But Palworld does look like a really fun-ass game, and it has sold millions of copies. As of right now, as I'm recording this video, the game is almost close to 10 million copies sold already. This is an independent studio that is outdoing, I wouldn't say outdoing, they are basically saying, this is our version of what we think is a fun game, that is something similar to Pokemon and Fortnite and Minecraft and The Legend of Zelda and just all these inspirations packed into one. And they're doing some crazy numbers to the point where they have Nintendo's attention, and they're saying, you guys need to fucking stop. And basically, I'm actually pretty excited to see how this lawsuit is going to go, if it gets to that really big point. Because Nintendo specifies here that they are going to be looking into this and investigating Palworld. Now, there has been games, just an example, there have been games that have been direct copies, not copies, extremely inspired by Pokemon, but have not used any of Nintendo's assets. And when I say assets, I mean like literally downloading the assets that are in the Pokemon game. For example, the Poké Center, you can download those assets and just, you know, change the color variants on them and literally be a copy paste of what Nintendo has made. But there has been games that don't even do that, all user created, all independently created, and Nintendo has still put the hammer down and said, stop doing this shit. And it's just crazy to see the controversy get this out of hand about, you know, Grand Theft Auto with Pokemon, Battle Royale, Warzone, Fortnite, Survival, Minecraft, Hardcore mode. I think it's just really interesting because, you know, Nintendo just, they're so bitchy about, and I don't have any hate on Nintendo, but we all know if you're a gamer and you've been doing this shit for a while and you've experienced video games and the ups and downs of this, Nintendo can do better in so many ways with some of their IPs. And in my personal opinion, I just think it's crazy that this game has garnered so much attention and such a large player base so fast, which is not, I mean, that's very impressive, but we've seen this, right? We've seen this. It's easy to get up here on your launch, but can you sustain this? And can you keep it going? Can you keep your player base? Can you add more content? Can you make it even more fun than it already is? How are you going to maintain your player base? Because there's already people that are cracked out in this game that stream for a living, that make YouTube content for a living, and just basically game for a living, and they're putting hours, hundreds of hours into this game. Now, I think it's very interesting because I want to see how this is going to play out in a court of law if they take it that far, which I can probably see them doing that. But it is very interesting to see the controversy surrounding the game with the Pokemon community and, you know, people who are Nintendo fanboys basically saying, Nintendo, they're copying Pokemon. This is disrespectful. You guys have to do a cease and desist. This is not fair. And basically Nintendo was like, oh, yeah, bet? Okay, all right, watch this. So it's kind of crazy to see that going on right now. But I do, my main point of this video, because I've played Pokemon for years now, and I think we've all played Pokemon for years now. I mean, people that did, obviously not everybody did, but if you were growing up, you definitely had a deck of Pokemon cards, and you definitely were playing Pokemon. I think it's interesting because I saw a comparison on Twitter of the newest Pokemon game, and then a comparison of Palworld, the environment, and the graphical quality of the game, if you will, the performance. And when you really think about it, at this time, why the fuck are Pokemon games still locked at 30 frames per second? Why does the environment look like some PS3 shit? Not disrespecting the PS3 or 360, but dog, there should be no reason why these games still look like that. We need, oh, my monitors just went off. We need to not say hold Nintendo accountable, but man, if y'all want to keep y'all player base, because the Pokemon IP is still extremely strong, the fan base is still there, people still play Pokemon, there's no decline in Pokemon, like, let's be real, but you guys can do so much better, and it seems like Palworld is kind of showing like this is what a Pokemon game should look like if it's open world. Now, another controversy surrounding the game is the fact that it's violent, okay? There is guns, and, you hit the Pokemon quite literally to knock them out and catch them, or the pals, I'm sorry. You hit the pals to knock them out and catch them. And, of course, it looks very sad when you're smacking the shit out of a heavily inspired Piplup, or Torchic, if you will, or Pidgey, or Pidgeot, and then you capture it, and it's KO'd, and it's just, like, laid out. It's pretty violent. It looks violent. But I think it's interesting to see that a lot of the Pokemon fan base is like, this is what a Pokemon game should look like. Not including the violence and the way the game works, just the environment alone is how a Pokemon game should look at this point. And it makes me really think about the Nintendo Switch, to be honest. Not saying it's a bad console, but instead of putting out a fucking OLED Switch, which I do have one, you guys should have come out with a Switch Pro, a Switch Plus, whatever the fuck they call new and improved versions of previous products. Because, we got at this point, it's just, you might as well just get a fucking Steam Deck at this point. Let's be real. Like, you want some handheld shit to take on the go, to enjoy and play games? Now, I don't know if you can emulate on the Steam Deck, and I'm not sure if you can run PlayStation Plus through it, if you can run Xbox Game Pass through it, and things like that, and other streaming services besides Steam, because it is a Steam Deck. So my first assumption would be you can only use Steam on it. But you might as well just get a Steam Deck, okay? You're getting some pretty decent performance and graphical quality on the go versus using your Nintendo Switch. I know this video is kind of all over the place, but I just had to jump in on this topic because it's actually interesting to me, and it's actually made me want to play Palworld myself just to see what it's all about, even though I'm playing like 3 different games right now that I should be focused on that I have not beaten yet. But I mean, honestly, what do you guys think? Like, let me know. Is this actually infuriating to you? Are you enjoying the game? Do you like Palworld? Do you wish that Pokemon looked like that? Jesus Christ, man. There's the fact that this one game that hasn't even been out that long can garner this much attention is pretty astounding. And I know this happens a lot in the gaming industry. There's a lot of games that come out and get a shit ton of attention, then it dies down because everybody moves on to the next topic. And that's just how the internet works nowadays in the year 2024. But, I mean, honestly, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, if you enjoyed me talking about it and pulling up this information and highlighting it, drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe. And I'll be back with another video soon because I'm probably making one on not probably, I am currently working on a BioShock video. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. My name is Dylan Switzerland, and I will see you guys in the next video.